Hello, so this is weekly trading forecast. We will look at the major events and key zones for the pairs. So let's firstly talk about the event thing. So for the next week, we have major events on the midweek days, which are the Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. These 3 days have the high impact news drivers. Monday and Friday, they don't have any type of news. So by keeping these days in mind and the time also, which are all in the afternoon. So going to the market, so before that, as I had outlined the previous week, and the market just literally traded the way, or I should say the levels, from the levels to somewhere I had called before sunset, right? So what is next for the upcoming? So for dollar, I am bearish till this point, but I am also quite worried. Not worried, but will keep one more level in mind. Just which is this one right here. So this is also levels that we should keep in mind. And then after this level, I will have this as potential liquidity point. Now, I don't think market will just run single-handedly for this long. It will just run over, then it may range a bit, and then again manipulate to the upside, and then it may run for the loose. So by having the ideas how the markets trends and the experience, so on that basis, I will say for now it will be right to just observe and play out accordingly. But still, direction wise, I am bearish on dollar. To me, the next candle should be a lower candle, or still, if it may not close below, but still we will see a downside expansion, right? And then market, I don't know whether on Tuesday or Wednesday, not Tuesday, Wednesday, but on last trading days, which are the Thursday, Friday, it may just come all the way up and close, which is to me less likely to happen, but still, let's see. I mean, next week can be this type of candle, right, where we see that came low, then again went higher and closed above the opening price. Now let's see, but I am bearish. I will see price to draw towards this level, which is the 96.67, right? So this, and then after this, but less likely it will do single-handedly. I don't think so. So the inverse will goes for these pairs. Now what about you? So you can easily see this equal highs right here, right? So it will run for this one. British pound will also run for these highs, which are very clean highs. So this will run for the high also. The potential position, or say potential trade means kind of trade which you can hold for 2 days or 3 days. I am expecting those trades to form on either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Why? Because these are the days which have the high impact news drivers, right, going into the evening timing, right? So keep that in mind. 3 days which have the high impact news drivers, which are the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the best timing will be the evening. Now let's see what will happen. But although it will run for the highs, this is what the idea is. Now what about gold? So as long as gold is inside this range, it is quite hard to me to say anything about it, that where it will go. But one thing is sure, that it will run for this low, and then as we are seeing, the uncertainty is still there, the things going between various countries, and so I do believe we still have that uncertainty in the world, I should say, not only in the market, because market impacts the whole world, or the world impacts the market, whatever the case. But I am sure that gold will still run for the highs. Now, not from here, the next candle will open and it will run for the highs. No, maybe after taking out this low. Okay, but now it is all up to how it will approach this level, what it will do around this area, and then how it shifts itself and shows any sign and interest to run higher. But still keeping things what for the next week. So I am still bearish. till this level. Okay, these are also trading, but till this level. Then after, once it will be at this level, then we will see what to expect further. So still bearish on gold, and if it starts running higher, right, so then it will more likely to run for this high, and then it will go for this one. Okay, although I don't think we will just, market will open and it will run for the highs. I don't think. Okay, it will run for this one, and then it may, or if it directly run for this high, then it will run for this low also afterward. Long story short, I already said in the beginning that for gold I am 50-50. Previous week I also said the same thing, but I had shared my view also that most likely gold will take these candles highs, and then it will run low, which just exactly happened. The best trading day on gold previous week was the Thursday, and I had taken a position. I will share somewhere between the video, but then after, gold is quite hard to say anything. This area, this swing low, I will also mark out this one, because it is also quite important to have on your charts. Now let's see what it will do. As long as gold is inside this range, my every view on it will be a 50-50 thing. Same goes with the silver. Now what about the NAS 100? So although NAS is at all-time highs, and it is not a smart thing to give any opinion on the market when it is at all-time highs. And for now, the uncertainty going in the economy, it is not, to me it does not make any sense, right? That we are just keep seeing indices going higher and higher and higher, and that pattern you are seeing here, I should say that curve, right? Like market just came down and rejected so heavily from this point. Okay, so now again, in short, what I will say that I will still say that next week also be a high expansion. So market will expand for the highs, and I don't know then where we will have the closing, but it will expand. Okay, but now just because we don't have any level, right? So I am not going to touch NAS now, right? And I don't think it will just keep trading higher and higher. I don't think so. If anything shifts in between, then we will definitely talk about that. Now for oil, I had said previous week that, which the video was recorded on Sunday, but I had uploaded on Sunday, but for some reason I just deleted my old channel, which was the old channel, but then I uploaded it again on Tuesday. So on that video I had talked about that this candle's low will remain protected, and the oil will run higher and higher, and it didn't happen, right? So what is the reason behind this sharp drop, right? It's so awkward, but this is what happens in the market. Okay? So what we are seeing here is that, again, just like markets are quite lazy right now, right? They are just staying inside range, not moving a lot. You can see here these candles, how small they are, right? If I say about these candles, that they were quite good, as although we are seeing price staying most of the time inside a range, right? As you can see this one here. The reason for this drop was that there is a I think state of room. This is what they call them in that place. So this is a place, and that place is a pathway from where the cargo ship travels and carry those oil, right? So there was the chances because of the conflict between Israel and Iran that Iran will close that path because it is under their control. That uncertainty was pushing oil higher, and that will happen, right? Not gold, oil will definitely run for these highs. My bias is still the same. I'm still bullish on oil, but how means key when, right? How and when both. So now I'm not expecting to next week to just open and just run or cover out all this price range. The price may just halt here, give a rejection towards the lows, and then it will run for the highs, or it may just run one more time below this low, which is to be very less likely thing to happen because the low is 55.15, right? So I don't think so, but now let's see. So my view, in oil I'm totally neutral. I don't have any view for oil. For gold I'm bearish, and if you ask me like percentage wise how much I'm trusting to gold for the next week to run lower, so not like 100%. This is still 50-50. But there are pairs in which I am very sure about, which are the currencies, right? USD, British pound, and dollar. I have shared the levels also. Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin will run for the high. Bitcoin will definitely 100% next week. It is going to run above this high, which is the 111,485 around. So Bitcoin will next week 100% will above the all-time high. For Ethereum, where is this Ethereum? I don't think so. It will run above this one next week, but Bitcoin will definitely be above all-time highs. So now these were my views for these pairs. So now the forecast is done, levels are marked. It is now your position yourself and harvest some money from it, right? Until next week, take care, bye bye.